What up, YouTube? This is Daniel Rucker with True Table. Welcome to the table. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I wanted to tap in today before the sun went down, get all the lighting and stuff going on for the chocolate complexion. Thanks for working with me. If you get a chance right now, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. But I'm excited about this week. This week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a series for my men. And this series is going to be 5 things that I feel that every man needs to work on and every man needs to perfect. The reason why is because I'm starting to understand and realize, well, before I get started, let me go ahead and step into my kitchen, because what we do on this channel, we get cooking. So I'm going to get cooking. But I want to lay the foundation on what I was going to do, what kind of meals I'm going to be serving up this week. There's 5 things every man, I believe, needs to be good at. If you're going to deal in the world of dating, and you're going to deal with women. Now, some may suggest that, dealing with women is just too much work. It is work. Some men may suggest that, forget about it. Just go ahead and go your own way. And I respect that. But for those of you guys who still want to deal with women and want to be fairly successful at it, I believe that there's 5 things that every man needs to become really, really well versed in. Needs to become competent in, confident in, and proficient in. So those 5 things are great communicator, a historian, a lawyer, a professor, and a gangster. Now, why do I believe this? Well, I'm going to go through the series this week. So every day this week, I'm going to do a video about each particular one and what you should be focused on as far as the skill set of developing yourself and why these particular skill sets are important. So today, without further ado, I'm going to jump on the great communicator. One thing I have noticed throughout my dealings and interacting with my, the male population is that most of my men struggle with trying to convey their thoughts. And that's okay. A lot of times speech patterns are based on upbringing, based on exposure. Some people may say it's relative to your education. It's all relative. What I do believe, though, is that as a man, you should always be looking to push yourself. And if you struggle in this area, if you struggle in this area. Like, if you suck at speaking your language, whatever that language may be. And you need to work on that. You need to improve and do better, in my opinion. Just like we work out and build our bodies and try to get swole, you go from lifting 150 to 175, 175, 200. I feel and believe and think that you should always be progressing to know how to be a better auditor, to be better with your words, be strong when it comes to your verbal expression. This is one of the keys in dealing with life, period, and definitely being successful with these women, fellas. If people use the term like, having a cold mouthpiece. That's the term that a lot of the guys, when I was growing up, that's what they use. My mouthpiece is cold, whatever. And that's fine. But it's necessary. And the reason why it's necessary is one, gentlemen, if you don't learn anything else from this channel today on this broadcast, I'm going to tell you one thing. This is a G14 classified secret. You ready? All women. And I'm being broad and I'm being, what do you call the word? Universal is one, but it's not universal. That's not the word. I am generalizing. That's the word. Forgive me. I am generalizing. All women are hardwired to fall for what they hear. And what I mean by that, gentlemen, women are stimulated by their ear. That's just how they're made. That is the core of their insides. How can I prove this? How can I back this up? Well, if you ever listen to any time that women have a debate about something, it's not necessarily even what you say, it's how you say it. That's what most of them will always argue. It's not the fact that the information isn't good. It's not the fact that it's not even true. It's the fact that they just don't like the way it sounded, which is too bad, so sad in my opinion. But being a great communicator and learning this skill and learning that if you're going to deal with women, it is of the utmost importance for you to be good at communicating. And one of the reasons why is because as you continue to build on whatever relationship you're going to establish, she's going to start formulating expectation, and not only just formulate the expectation off of what you say, but they're really, really good about remembering what you say. So being a great communicator is twofold. One, you have to learn how to communicate your point and your thoughts effectively. Two, you have to remember what you say. So honesty is of the utmost important. I personally don't subscribe to being a dishonest person. I just think that it's a lot easier just to keep it a buck and just tell the truth. This will serve you well, gentlemen, while dealing with these females. But being a great communicator is going to help you to become really well versed in conversations of sorts, whether you're dealing with one girl, two girls, several girls, whether you're dealing with a group of girls at a time. And I've noticed that a lot of guys struggle with this. And they struggle with it because the way most guys communicate is very simple. It's construction based. It's ABC, 1, 2, 3. Pretty simple. And for the most part, men don't feel it necessary to talk unless they got something to talk about. However, if you're dealing with a woman, you're going to have to learn how to flow in a way that works best for their own natural biology, which is communication. Women are social beings. The internet and social media probably wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for women and their constant need to share information and, tag folks and all this stuff. Like, they are communicators. This is what it is. So if you as a man want to be effective, if you as a man want to be successful when it comes to dealing with any woman, communicating effectively is gonna be your bread and butter. Now, several reasons why you want to be good at this is because throughout your dealings with her, she's one gonna want to know how you think. Two, your words are important because, see, this is how she gets a chance to see how you process, how you think, what goes on in your mind, so on and so forth. And in my opinion, when men don't talk, they're actually doing themselves a disservice. See, gentlemen, the more you actually talk and the more you get her to understand where your mind is, the easier it is, because in the exchange of man talking to women, they're downloading. They're taking all the information you're giving them, and they're doing their best to now evaluate several things. How she's going to arrive in your life, how she's going to make you happy, how she's going to bring satisfaction to your world, what she can expect from you. All of this stuff is going on in this communication. So the more you can convey your thoughts, your outlook, your process, the better your actual exchange, your interaction, in my opinion, it will be. The less you talk, the more you keep to yourself, the harder it is to deal with women, period. And this has just been something that I've learned to be pretty decent at, pretty good at, and it's worked pretty well in my life thus far. So I am trying to definitely share with you guys that, hey, check it. If you want to be effective in this game, in this flow, being a great communicator is of the utmost importance. Now, if again, like I said earlier, you're struggling in this area, well, it's not going to hurt you to go ahead and practice. It's not going to hurt you to go ahead and put yourself in a position to have to use more words, learn more words. And if you're not somebody who is an overly scholastic individual who likes to use unnecessary place words to sound smart, then don't. Play to your strengths. Go ahead and do what works for you, but use your words more effectively, and use them more than just compliments. Don't just compliment. Use your words to convey your thoughts. Use your words to ask questions. Use your words to strike up a conversation, thought-stimulating things to get her to talk. Because one thing most women do enjoy doing is talking. So, that's part one of the series for this week. And I'm going to encourage you guys. I'm going to hold you to the expectation and trust that you're going to self-assess and look at where you can go ahead and dress it up and do more. Being a great communicator. This is one of the 5 things that I believe every man needs to be and needs to be effective with in order to be what I would consider to be a whole man. For the rest of the week, we're going to be going over being a historian, a lawyer, a professor, and a gangster. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for like 10 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. jump on out the kitchen, slide out the kitchen. Hope you enjoyed the meal. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.